We need to rethink what a gas station is completely, right? And this is because in our lifetime, no matter how much we see pushback against EVs are coming and they're going to become more efficient, less expensive, and having some type of environment similar to what we're looking at here, where you can not only charge your vehicle, but you can in turn have an opportunity to grab a bite to eat. You got a little entertainment. And let's be real here, the consumer is shifting in terms of the behavior of the future buyers of these vehicles. And so being able to provide an experience is more important than ever in 2025 and beyond. And shout out to Tesla for doing such a thing. They're providing an experience where people aren't looking at just pulling somewhere, charging their car, sitting in their car, fumbling around on their phone until their vehicle is charged. No, in this scenario, they have an opportunity to experience a plethora of different things, such as food, movies, and even fumbling around with a robot. So this next video is to highlight what gas stations or charge stations could look like in the future. I know there has been a bit of a slowdown with regard to the push for EVs here in the US due to the current administration's reversal of certain green initiatives. But I think that in our lifetime, we're going to start to see the pullback of gas stations, traditional gas stations, and an increase of these different concepts that kind of bake into it a very unique experience for people charging or fueling their vehicle. A Tesla diner opened in LA. I'm hoping that we can convince Tesla to do something similar here in Detroit proper, not in the suburbs. I'm talking about right here in the city of Detroit.
I'm here at the brand new Tesla Diner in Hollywood, California, and this is not your typical EV charging experience. The Tesla Diner has 80 charging stations, 2 giant movie screens, and classic American comfort food.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, we need to rethink what a gas station is completely, right? And this is because in our lifetime, no matter how much we see pushback against EVs are coming and they're going to become more efficient, less expensive, and having some type of environment similar to what we're looking at here, where you can not only charge your vehicle, but you can in turn have an opportunity to grab a bite to eat. You got a little entertainment. And let's be real here, the consumer is shifting in terms of the behavior of the future buyers of these vehicles. And so being able to provide an experience is more important than ever in 2025 and beyond. And shout out to Tesla for doing such a thing. They're providing an experience where people aren't looking at just pulling somewhere, charging their car, sitting in their car, fumbling around on their phone until their vehicle is charged. No, in this scenario, they have an opportunity to experience a plethora of different things, such as food, movies, and even fumbling around with a robot or two.
Let's take a look around.
Is that a robot waving at me?
It feels kind of like Disneyland, but for adults or Tesla owners.
I think
So that speaks volumes. This is somebody who is a Tesla owner and he's partaking in all of the festivities here. And he said it feels like Disneyland for Tesla owners. Like, that is powerful for one of your customers to come in to this facility and to feel and to say out loud, because it just goes to show that we're looking for experiences.
These boxes are cute where you put the food, and I like the vibe. It's very chill. Everyone seems friendly, very lively.
Wow. The architectural design on this thing is phenomenal. And of course, this is in LA, so the weather there is a little different than it is here in Detroit. They have pretty dope rooftop, it looks like. Whereas here in the city, if we did have a rooftop baked into something such as or similar to this, it would only be accessible for a part of the year, right? Not the full year. But in LA, of course, they can get away with something as gnarly as this.
Tesla is calling the design retro-futuristic.
Beautiful.
The metal exterior of the two-story restaurant resembles the company's Cybertruck, with indoor seating downstairs and an outdoor.
And shout out to Tesla for the Cybertruck. You either love it or hate it, but one thing I appreciate about Tesla is the fact that they were willing to take a chance on something extremely radical in comparison to what we typically see on the road. And that's one thing I love about Tesla. Them being willing to take those risky chances with their product line. And even if it isn't necessarily successful per se, it goes to show that they're willing to think outside the box, which not a lot of companies, especially car companies, do, because you have stakeholders and investors to answer to. But in this example, investors kind of know what they're getting into when they invest in Tesla.
Skypad for dining and movie watching upstairs.
Wow. Back to the experience of such, where you're charging your vehicle, grabbing a bite to eat, you're coming up to this rooftop. There are two massive movie screens that you can just sit, watch TV at, maybe bring your laptop, do a little work out of this diner / cafe. This is, I think, what the future is going to look like for quote unquote gas stations or fuel stations or electric cafes. Trust and believe it may take a few hundred years before gas powered vehicles completely die out, but the writing is on the wall. Eventually, we're going to get to a point where gas powered vehicles are looked at as antiques.
While you're charging your car, you can order food and catch a movie on the two 66-foot tall mega screens. Inside, you can order on the touch screens with menu options including the Tesla burger, fried chicken and waffles, a cinnamon roll, and more. We got our order. We have the grilled cheese, side of bacon with electric sauce, and then we got the Tesla burger. They also have this souvenir cup, which we ordered for our drinks. Our sandwiches came in these really cute Cybertruck boxes.
That's really good branding.
Good burger, nice char on the patty. I like the bun too.
Oh wow, we get a food review as well.
So first impressions is the food is pretty good.
The food was pretty good. I think it was actually pretty good. I probably will be back, bring my girl, and let her.
This is cool. So even though this is a Tesla cafe, this individual owns a BMW iX, which is something that he looks like is able to charge at this site as well. So this site is not only limited to Tesla vehicles.
I'm gonna do it way after this is all the hype is over with. I hope the robots are available for me to get at a decent price, because I probably will get one.
Food was pretty good, and I was very impressed by the robots serving popcorn. I would probably bring friends, more than likely friends from out of town. They would be very impressed coming to a place like this.
So it's pretty cool. It has a very vintage vibe, but futuristic vibe at the same time. Has a nice screen that you can watch while you charge your car. If you're a Tesla owner and if you order from your car ahead of time, you don't have to wait in line. We waited for about an hour and 30 minutes.
Back to the desire for consumers to have an experience. This may push a potential buyer of a Tesla beyond that point where they're like, hey, I've been thinking about buying a Tesla, but after that experience of going to that, amazing diner, had good food, good energy, I think it's time for me to buy a Tesla, right? That is what experience can do.
Less than 24 hours after opening, the line at the Tesla diner stretched down the block. Elon Musk says if the diner goes well, he's looking to put them in major cities around the world.
Mr. Musk, this is Eddie Carrington, a real estate developer here in the great city of Detroit. And I am calling out to you with hopes that you get this message, as I would love to put a diner such as what you were able to accomplish out in LA here in Detroit. Detroit proper, not in the suburbs, right here in the great city of Detroit. I think this concept would be amazing for the city, and it would show the big three just how important it is to continue to push for EV mandates. I really do think this is the future, and it's really sad to see the backtracking that the current administration is having with regard to EV. But if you were to bring something like this to the city of Detroit, that would speak volumes across the industry, due to the fact that this was and is still Motor City. So thanks for everybody for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on this Tesla cafe. I think it's extremely dope, and I hope that we can get something like this here in the city of Detroit. Let me know your thoughts below, and I'll see you in the next video.